The Pakistan Parliament on Wednesday gave Indian national Kulbhushan Jadhav the right to appeal against his conviction. In a joint sitting yesterday, the Pakistan Parliament passed the International Court of Justice Review and Reconsideration Bill 2020. Kulbhushan Jadhav is a former Indian Navy officer who is on death row over espionage and terror charges. He was sentenced to death by a Pakistani military court in April 2017. The bill passed will enable Jadhav to appeal against his conviction, paving the way to implement an order of the International Court of Justice. The ICJ, in its judgment on July 17, 2019, observed that Pakistan was under an obligation to provide by means of its own choosing effective review and reconsideration of the conviction and sentence of Jadhav. The ICJ had ruled that Pakistan was in breach of its international obligations because of the failure to provide consular access to Jadhav. The Indian Express quoted Indian government sources as saying that the law has several shortcomings, is nothing new, and that steps are needed to implement the ICJ's order in letter and spirit. The Indian Express quoted a government source as saying, and I quote, "The bill does not create a machinery to facilitate an effective review and reconsideration of Jadhav's case. It invites municipal courts in Pakistan to decide whether or not any prejudice has been caused to Jadhav on account of the failure to provide consular access. This is clearly a breach of the basic tenet that municipal courts cannot be the arbiter of whether a state has fulfilled its obligations under international law. Not only this, it further invites a municipal court to sit in appeal, as it were, over a judgment of the ICJ.